wife, Tina, was at home kissing her husband's friend, Alon. The police officer knocked on the door, and the boyfriend, Alon, hid in the wardrobe. The police officer came, greeted, and after kissing his wife, asked, "Is everything okay at home?" Tina said, "Why are you doubting me?" The police officer examined everything and said, "The shower is still wet while you haven't bathed yet." Tina said, "I have dried my hair." But in the next moment, the police officer found his traitorous friend hiding in the wardrobe, punched him, and asked, "Since when are you betraying me?" Alon, who was a police officer, said, "For a year, but don't complain about me." Alon ran away. At the same moment, the police officer started packing his things. Tina asked, "Where are you going?" The police officer said, "I cannot stay with you." The police officer left. A few days later, Alon was on duty when Bella came and asked about the police officer. Alon said he was on leave. Bella said, "I just want to thank him. When he comes, give him my card so he can call me." Bella gave Alon the card and left. A few minutes later, the police officer was sitting drunk in the park. A passerby woman, thinking he was a beggar, gave him alms. The police officer cursed. When Bella saw him, she came close and said, "Yes, you are the police officer who helped me." The police officer said, "No, you were mistaken." Bella asked, "What happened to you? Why are you like this?" The police officer said, "I slept here." Bella said, "I went to the police station, but you weren't there." The police officer said, "I am on leave." Bella said, "But I was told that you will be fired." The police officer said, "Now it doesn't matter to me." Bella said, "I am ready to help you, but first tell me how you became like this, while I know you are brave." The police officer said, "My wife betrayed me." The woman said, "Maybe you remember that a few months ago you helped me. Now why have you given up?" The police officer said, "It's very hard to overcome this." Bella said, "It's okay, I will help you." The police officer said, "Why would you do that?" Bella said, "Because a favor should be repaid with a favor." Bella took the police officer with her. Meanwhile, Tina was looking at her and her husband's pictures on her phone. When Alon came and tried to kiss her, Tina pushed him away and said, "Get away, I am very sad." Alon said, "Are you missing your husband?" Tina said, "Do you know anything about him?" Alon said, "I just heard that he is sleeping on the streets and will soon be fired." Tina said, "This is injustice. Help him." Alon said, "This is not my problem." Tina said, "After all, he is your friend." Alon said, "I am leaving. When your mood is better, I will come." Meanwhile, the police officer came dressed differently. Bella said, "Now you look better." The police officer said, "What more needs to be done?" Bella gave him the same lottery ticket and said, "You have to take care of your life." The police officer said, "This is very complicated." Bella said, "I will advocate for you." The police officer said, "I cannot pay the fee." Bella said, "When you win the lottery, then give it. This is the ticket of hope." The police officer said, "It's amazing that my words gave someone so much support that in the future they are giving me support."
Bella said, "Life is mysterious." The police officer said, "What should we do next?" Bella said, "We will go to the internal affairs officer." The police officer said, "I have to go now. I will stay in a hotel." Bella said, "Please accept staying at my house. I am indebted to you." The police officer agreed. The next day, the police officer appeared with Bella in front of his officer. The officer said, "You are accused of abandoning your duties." The police officer said, "I admit that I failed in performing my duties." When the officer asked for the reason, the police officer said, "I had no courage. I lost my family. I thought I did not deserve to be a police officer." Bella showed the medical report in defense. The officer said, "This report is not enough." Bella said, "Sir, also include my client's previous record." The officer asked, "What is the guarantee that you will not be negligent in the future?" The police officer said, "I promise that in the future I will not let personal issues interfere with my profession." The officer said, "All right, after further review of your case, you will be informed of the decision. For now, you may go." The police officer and his lawyer left the office. Meanwhile, Tina was fighting with her boyfriend, saying, "Why don't you answer my calls?" Alone said, "I am busy, stop the drama." Tina said, "This is not drama. I am pregnant and you are responsible." Alone said, "Don't make me responsible. This is your problem. I don't know whose child it is." Tina said, "You cannot deny it. I have been with you." Alone said, "I will not take responsibility for anything. If you want a family, find your own husband." Tina said, "Because of you, I lost my husband." Alone said, "I will not be your savior. Having this child is your problem, not mine." Alone drove away. But Tina said, "This matter will not end like this." A few days later, the police officer was exercising in the park. Bella came, handed him a bottle of drink, and said, "I hope I always see you happy." The police officer said, "I will remain so." Bella said, "There might be a decision regarding your case." The police officer said, "Even if I am fired, I will accept that decision." Bella said, "Yes, now it shows that you are a new person." The police officer said, "Now how is your heart?" Bella said, "Completely repaired and healthy." The police officer giving the lottery ticket to Bella said, "I did not win the money, but I got your friendship and companionship, which is more valuable than money. Your smile gives people hope in life. Forgive me if I spoke too much." Bella said, "No, I liked hearing your praise. Now let's prepare for the hearing." A little later, the police officer and the woman appeared before the officer as lawyer and client. The officer said, "Look, young man, your mistake was serious that you were absent for a long duration, but it is also proven that you are a good officer who got stuck in an emotional crisis. You can undergo treatment with a psychologist and wear the uniform again." The police officer said, "Thank you very much. I will not disappoint you." The police officer and Bella left the office. Meanwhile, Tina was pleading with Alone that they should talk, while Alone said, "There is nothing left between us." Tina said, "You will have to take responsibility for the child." Alone said, "This is not my problem. Handle it yourself." At that moment, the police officer and Bella arrived. The police officer said, "How are you talking to the mother of your future child?" Alone said, "Do not interfere in this matter." The police officer said, "I have to speak because I will not let you ruin anyone's life." Tina tried to say something, but the police officer said, "You stay silent." Bella said, "As a lawyer, I will represent you so that this man takes responsibility for the child." At that moment, a senior officer of internal affairs arrived and asked, "What is happening here?" Alone said, "We are just friends meeting." The officer asked, "Madam, why are you crying? Is there an issue with the child?" Tina nodded. The officer said, "No need to explain. I am pregnant myself. I can understand." Tina said, "I am not too serious. I am just emotional." The officer left. The police officer said, "Take responsibility for the child or I will file a case against you." Alone said, "Yes, I will take responsibility for the child." The police officer said, "Remember your duty, or the lawyer will take legal action." The police officer and Bella left. Bella asked, "Why did you help the woman who betrayed you?" The police officer said, "I feel children are not to blame, and I did this for the child." The police officer and Bella, talking and walking together, hugged each other.